It's
You're not
jibbery jabber.
you haven't had
Jibbery jabber.
you haven't had any sleep, huh?
I haven't had any sleep, but here I am, loyal.
What day is it over there right now?
It is April 17th. It's my son's birthday. Happy birthday, son. I love you, Brandon.
Happy birthday, Brandon.
Happy birthday.
What time is it there?
It is whatever it is there, we're 11 hours ahead of you. Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Damn, huh? I didn't know you stayed up
So
that
what time
late.
is it there? 2 something? Dude, this is Muslim country, you know? Over here they eat late at night. And the problem with me is this is the problem. I'll tell you the problem. This is the problem. Okay? I'm not on fasting, right? So what do? Get up in the morning. What do? Eat. Okay,
Yeah.
what do? Lunchtime. What do again? Eat. Okay, they all start iftar around, when the sun goes down, which is around 6:45, 6:35, 6:45. So guess what I do? Eat a big giant feast. And guess what they do again? 9:30, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, they meet again. And guess what they do? Eat. So I've been eating like 4 times a day sometimes. And it's an enormous amount of food. So needless to say, I'm almost your weight right now.
You know
You
what's
and I are
crazy
about the same weight.
is that when they host you, they want to give you everything. So you
Yes.
just eat a little piece of chicken, right? They're like, no, you got to try this, you got to try that, you got to, and they feed you everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
you
if
see
everybody else is
my
fasting,
chin?
shouldn't you just be fasting too during the day?
Okay, it makes perfect sense to do that, but to actually be able to do that,
It's a different,
no.
easier said than done. I get you.
Yeah. You're like, okay, yeah, shouldn't you do this? I go, well, yeah, I should. Doesn't mean I will, but I should.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, a lot of what I do is the Muslim way, believe it or not, is a lot of who I am, anyways. A vast majority of my life of who I am as a person is that of a Muslim, so I relate to a lot of their principles because I'm naturally that way. So, except the fasting part. I don't know about that part. That's a tough one.
We'll get there.
Yeah, exactly. I get fed a lot. So, before we go on anything, what do you think? What do you got, Cain? What do you think of this Jake Paul fighting Nate Diaz? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Boxing match between those guys. What are they fighting? June something or something like that? June 5th, I think. Is that what it is, Brian? June 5th?
Let me double check. I thought it was in August. I saw it too.
I thought it was June 5th. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it's good. I think it
August 5th.
It's definitely a good test. A good test for Jake. I think Nate's boxing is pretty good, so it'll be a good test for him. What's their weight like?
I don't know the weight. No. I mean, you got to remember the issue to me is the weight because Nate's best weight, absolute best weight was 170 actually, 155, 170, right? Yeah. Well, Jake barely made 185 last time, so there's a big weight disparity between the two, and size-wise, height-wise, they're about the same. Power-wise, I think there's a huge difference in power between Jake's power and Nate's power. Experience-wise, there's a huge gap there too, because Nate Diaz got a huge amount of experience, huge balls, so it's a matter of, can Jake knock out Nate or take him out in a short amount of time, or will Nate wear down Jake and take him out? I mean, it's one of those fights where there's advantages to both sides. I think it's a compelling fight. If I'm not mistaken, I think a lot of people are going to tune into that one more so than the Tommy Fury fight, because nobody really knew Tommy Fury, but everybody loves Nate Diaz because Nate's coming down. If you don't fight Nate Diaz, he's taking you out. He's taking you out. He ain't gonna play with you. He's gonna take you out.
Yeah, I like Nate's. I like Nate's style. You know, he throws a lot of punches. So yes, like you said, there's going to be a fight there. The weight class does make a difference, but also, like you said, the experience as well is a big difference as well. I would say I like Nate in this. There's always the possibility of getting knocked out, but with how active he is, with his how smart he is in the boxing game, I think it'll be good for Nate.
I think the fans are going to win because they're not going to have a snoozer like the last one. The fans are going to win because, like I said, with Nate, you ain't going to sleep on Nate because if you're going to sleep, then you're going to sleep. He's going to sleep you. He ain't going to play with you. So you know, he ain't going to outbox you. Nate's going to take you out. That's just what he does. He may not punch with power with every shot, but he'll sneak in his power shots here and there. But if you don't stop him, he's definitely going to outlast you. This guy will go on and on and on, and it's not like Nate is unfamiliar with sparring with world class boxers. He used to be sparring partner for Andre Ward, and Andre Ward is one of the greatest undefeated boxers. Is retired undefeated. So Nate's used to being with world class boxers, the best of the best. That's not going to be unfamiliar with him. So to me, it's going to come down to power and size. Is Jake big enough to be able to deliver enough, to Nate? We'll see. It's definitely a more interesting fight than Tommy Fury, for sure.
Yes.
It's scheduled at catch weight of 185.
Is that what they're doing? 185. Okay, and it definitely favors Jake Paul. Favors him, hands down. Favors him.
It does, but
so rumor mill is
we'll see.
This is actually be the transitional fight for Jake Paul into MMA as well. So the rumor mill is that they're going to do one boxing and then one with PFL as Jake's first MMA fight.
Okay,
which is perfect because Nate don't take nobody down.
Yep.
Very good. That's a very, very smart fight because you might as well fight Nate with MMA gloves and with boxing gloves. Nate ain't taking him down. He ain't taking him down. They ain't gonna go for that. They don't play that. If you take Nate down, okay, but also you got to remember, Jake Paul's a wrestler. He's not gonna be that easy to take down if he practices. He's not.
Yeah.
For someone that doesn't wrestle, Cain, you know damn well it's not going to be a slam dunk to take Jake Paul down. No way. Not if he practices properly and he has the right proper training. He's not going to be that easy to take down for a non-wrestler.
Yeah. It makes it. Yeah, I mean, he just needs to practice it. Jake Paul just needs to practice it, but he has all the tools there to make it interesting, to make it a good fight for the fans. So, I think it'll be good. It'll be something to watch for sure.
It could go 1-1. I definitely favor Nate on the MMA side. Definitely favor him on the MMA side. But it could go 2-0 for Nate, 2-0 for Jake, or 1-1. That's how. They did a good job by doing this matchup because it's compelling on both ends. It's the perfect match. Nate's a huge name. He's a needle mover, and he brings it. He knows how to market it, And Jake Paul also knows how to market it. So I see some scuffles happening on this one from Team Nate. Diaz. I see that.
Yeah.
I see that, and then you got to do.
It'll be a good build up, like you said. It will be on both sides on selling the fight, and the fight will be interesting as well. I think it'll be a lot of action. I think it'll be great for people to watch. Yes. Yeah,
it is going to be interesting. I think people are going to tune in. I really believe that. I think they're going to tune in. So. That what do you guys think? I just read where what do you call it? Retired in the UFC just to announce happy birthday to somebody, and he brought attention to the retirement. And Dana's pretty pissed off at him.
Clay Guida.
Yeah, Clay Guida. What do you think of that? I didn't see it, but what do you think of that? That's a pretty ballsy move, in my opinion. I mean, I'm retired, so they give you the mic, and then you basically say happy birthday there. Is that what happened? He said happy birthday to somebody?
He just wanted a mic time, basically. That's all it was. Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. You lost on that. Did he lose? Did he lose the fight?
No, he won. So he won. Clay Guida won, but I guess they weren't going to.
Okay.
They weren't going to do one of those post-fight interview, right? So he kind of faked that he was going to retire. So DC would go in there. So DC would have to interview him. And then basically he just said, "Oh, what's up, Kansas City?" Threw up his hands real quick, and then he asked his opponent to switch gloves.
Okay. Well, that's pretty ballsy on his part.
Yeah.
Because they have a timestamp. They have their thing how they run. When you mess up with that, that's I don't know. Yeah. Don't go against the machine unless you got the needle power. If you got the needle power, you can do it. If you don't have the needle power, not a wise idea.
No.
And who did that? Clay Guida did that?
Yeah, Clay Guida.
Well, yeah. I think it's smart on his part to find a loophole and to make it work, right? Like, good on him to finding something to make it work for whatever he wanted to do. And if it was something that minimal, well, he got it done, Yeah,
from that, I applaud him. I'm just not so sure it's the smartest move, But I applaud that.
Whatever. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything crazy though. I could see if he would have got the mic and F you or F this and this and this and okay, but it was something. It was still entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just read where Dana was pretty upset about it, so I didn't read it. I just read the caption. Dana upset. I'm like, oh no, man! The last person you want to piss off is the president.
It puts it in out there that something like this can be done later on. Another fighter for whatever agenda they may have, and that could be anything, good, bad,
could be anything.
But yes. So it's being in control of that, of what somebody might say or do after the fight.
And damn well they're not going to let anybody control that, because if they do that, then they lose their programming. They can't do that.
Yeah, no,
not going to happen.
Yeah.
So then what was good fights were on this one, Brian? There was Arnold Allen versus Max Holloway, right? And but what else was good on this guy? With Barboza?
Barboza was excellent against Billy Quarantino.
Yeah. Then he hit him with the knee, right? I saw the clip. He hit him with the beautiful knee.
Perfect. Put him out. Ooh.
Perfect knee, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Barboza was kind of like fighting on the
perfect knee.
Yep, coming back onto the cage, and Guarantillo went to throw an overhand right, and as he landed, the knee just came up. Perfect.
Okay.
So basically, the perfect knee. I saw the clip. It was the right knee, right? He came in. It was a little low. He hit him with that beautiful, like it was a step back kind of knee, right?
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful knee. Beautiful knee. So the main event.
The main event was Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen.
Well, yeah, Arnold Allen, right? And rumored was that Arnold won the 5th round, but he should have stepped it up in the 3rd round on up in order to win the fight, because he was losing the previous rounds. Is that true?
That's fair to say. Max was
was he? Dana made the comments regarding that his corner should have pressed the urgency, of hey, you better step it up. Was it that obvious? Is my own question. Because if it wasn't that obvious, if it was not that obvious, then I would say, well, then maybe they did with their job. But if it was very obvious that he was losing the first 3 rounds, I would be like the same. I'd be like, hey, you lost those first 2 rounds. You better make it up on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. We do the Cain. What do we do all the time? Same damn thing. You won that round. You didn't win that round. Blah 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 blah. Because if we don't let you know then you don't know where you're at, and you may think you're ahead and you're not ahead. Sometimes you guys, not meaning you, Cain, because you always knew, but a lot of times you guys would ask, hey, did I win that fight or did I win that round? Did I not? You know, and you guys don't know sometimes, so you ask. So as a corner, you should be telling them where you're at. So my question is, did his corner tell him? Was it that obvious that he was losing the rounds? Because according to what Dana was not instigating, but insinuating that he was losing. I didn't see the fight because I'm in Dubai time and I'm sleeping.
I can see you guys. I can see where his corner was not too sure. I mean, it was close. It was a good fight, but Max, Max took his time, and I think he was more efficient with the leg kicks this time. So Max threw some great striking, but he was, incorporating a lot of leg strikes, and I think that's what threw Arnold off a little bit. Arnold was landing some very, very hard shots, but it was close. I think it was close.
So had Arnold started like he did the 5th round, had he started in the 3rd round like that, what would have happened?
Once again, it was close, but it could have gone either way.
Okay, so had he started,
yes, if he if he had started the 5th,
so Dana's advice,
you're in the moment. His coaches are in the moment,
right?
Yeah. But where I can
but listen, being in the moment, not being in the moment, it's our job to tell you it was super, super close. We can't have that. What normally I would do is if it's so close, I would just tell you, assume he got it. I would never say, it was so close, I think you got it. No, I would say, forget about that. When it was too close, give it to him. That way you'll know there's a sense of urgency, because if you go, okay, we got that one, but it was very close. No. We lost that one. Even if you won it, tell your fighter you lost it. That's my question.
That was the advice his corner gave him going into the 5th. Like, hey, pick up the pace.
Yeah. You're always on that, like, as far as it being close, obviously you want to make it decisive out there and let everyone know like what you did. It's depends on the judges. Sometimes the judges are looking at like, who knows. But then again, there's like, with a long fight like that, like how much did one guy have or not have, or maybe with because of Holloway, like he couldn't get his offense going the way he wanted. There's a lot of factors out there, all the woulda, couldas, and shouldas, but we don't know what the fighter was going through, and how much he really had in the tank, especially couldn't wait and having a hard fight like that. Like, it's tough to really dig deep and really try to win it like that decisively when you have two guys who are high level that are basically both guys are trying to do the same thing. So it's hard when somebody's not letting you do what you want, So yeah.
You're correct on all of that, but the question comes to: did the corner tell him it was too close? What you're saying is correct, Cain. But did the corner tell him it was too close? Let's assume we didn't win that round.
At least advise them, yes. Like a sense of urgency, all that. Like all that needs to be talked about and understood going out, and each round for sure. Yes.
So that's something we won't know unless we have the audio of what was being said, by round. That's why sometimes it's kind of cool to listen to the corner give advice, because sometimes I go, man, perfect advice. Sometimes I go, uh-oh. That's the disaster, because sometimes corner, like for instance, Leon Edwards, his cornerman on the 4th round, after he lost, he was going to lose that whole fight. They're pumping him up, yelling at him, pumping him up. You go out there, you win the fight. And he went out there with that attitude, like, I'm going to win this fight. I'm doing everything I can. Whereas I don't know what the corner on the other side was saying, where they're telling them, hey, push him up against the fence, hold him, wrestle with him, or stand in the middle with him and trade with him, because that's what he was doing. You know, so for me, it's a matter of what was the corner saying? I don't know. So, I mean, if I was on Kamaru's side, I would have been telling them, hey, you know what I do, Cain? Play it safe. Take his ass down. Get him in the cage. Don't give him an opportunity for what he's best at, striking. I would never give him an opportunity to strike. Take that away from him. If you take away the best weapons he has, you minimize the chances of you losing that fight. So that's what I'm coming from, is what was being said, and was the fighter coherent? Did he understand it? And did he want to do it? Did he try to do it? There's so many things to fight game. It's not. It's never cut and dry. Never cut and dry. Never one way or another way. Hey, it's this way. No, there's so many things that are going on. How do we know what's going on in that fighter's head? How do we know he's not injured? Man, it's like so many things can happen. I mean, everything looks great, but nothing's great on the inside.
Yeah, and then even you know, with it like watching the fight live versus watching it on camera, like I would say, like perspectives change a little bit as well. You know, being there in the moment and on camera. So yes, it all depends on what the corners were saying as far as giving the fighter a sense of urgency to dominate, right? To win each round. Yes.
Yeah. The perspective is a big deal too, because watching it in person is not the same as watching it on replay. Watching it on replay, you can see every freaking detail. When you're there live, you miss some things. That's why this is one of the reasons why I always say, when they ask me, what do you think's going to happen, coach? I go, we're going to go 5-round war, because I need to be focused 5 rounds. I can't be focused about 2 rounds. One little slip up, you miss. And this is the reason why when people ask me the questions, you know, so what do you think? It'll be first round, second round? I never do that. I won't allow myself to trap myself into that predicament, because when you do, you'll miss something. Because once it goes past the second round, where you said it was going to be a KO, you go, oh, shit, he's going past the second round. Well, that oh, shit, something's going to happen when you said that. That's why I don't ever do that. 5 rounds. You know, always that. With Dos Santos, I never said you were going to stop him. I said, no, 5-round war, 5-round war, 5 round. Because I wanted to be engaged the whole time.
Yeah. You want to go to every fight knowing that you have the confidence to go anywhere. And that means, like, push your body to anywhere that you need to go. Whether you're losing the fight, but you're sticking in it. You always have that. I can still win this. Even like you being completely exhausted and saying, no, I have to keep going and not stop until the fight is over, until one of us is done, until the fight's completely over. You have to have that confidence, or even that mental toughness to know that wherever the fight goes, you're going to be in the fight no matter what, and you will keep fighting back.
Yes, correct.
So let me ask you a question.
Well, hey,
I'm going to switch it up real quick on that. So let's say you are doing everything you can do. Your coaches are telling you you're winning the fight. All 3 rounds, you're good to go, and everything's locked in. Then you go to the judges, scorecards, and the judges rule against you, right? And everyone is saying, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
You mean like the Rose situation?
Well, just
you're talking about the Rose?
No, I'm talking about yesterday's fight. Jocelyn Edwards was I can't believe.
Okay.
I'm off on her name.
Yeah. No, man, it's all perception, like we're talking about. Like, you don't know what anybody else is watching. Like, really, you don't. So what you're trying to do is be as dominant as you can.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Like, and if it doesn't get finished during the fight, like if you don't get finished, if your opponent doesn't get finished, like, really, you're bringing it up, you're giving it to somebody else who's watching it. And again, you don't know what they're watching. Even if they are professionals, like, people mess up all the time.
We all
it's human error. It's human error.
We mess up.
It's giving that up to somebody else, but you're trying to be as dominant as you can. You're trying, and that's easier said than done, always. But
let me give you let me give you an example where one of my biggest screw ups of all time for me were when Josh Thompson fought Del Kokui, in San Diego, and Josh was getting the living crap beat out of him so bad, and I was still in there thinking, okay, throw in the towel, but we don't have a towel. We have to talk to the doctor. We have to tell the doctor to stop the fight. Oh, but Josh is still fighting. We're going back and forth. But realistically, Josh had no chance. Once he got hit with those elbows, he had no chance, and we let him take a beating from El Kukui when we should have stopped that fight. That was a big blunder on my part. So I know for a fact that we coaches are responsible, but we're also human too. We screw up. I screwed up on that one major. The major screw up.
What I'm talking about is it's not on coaching. It was actually on judging. The judges completely got it wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
No, but I'm just talking about.
Yeah,
I'm talking about human error. I'm not talking about coaching or this coaching. Yeah. I'm talking about my screw up. So if I'm a judge, maybe I screwed up there too. But the thing of it is as a judge, continue to screw up. I mean, it's the responsibility of the State Athletic Commission of that particular judge to educate him, or basically give him another job where he's good at, the government jobs. He doesn't have to be a judge, he can do something else, so don't put him in that position if he's going to hurt because he's continuously doing something stupid. Like, I don't know if you guys watched, but most recently there was a referee that there was a judge in the fight, and the guy was being choked out. He was out.
Yes,
and the ref was just looking at him. Everybody's screaming, "He's out! He's out! He's out!" And the ref's still just looking like he's paying attention, like, "Oh, this guy's still fighting." The guy was out, right? And then all of a sudden, the guy got woken up, and then when he switched to armbar, and then he smashed his arm, and then he tapped. But that ref, had he, I don't know, had that guy stayed on, the choke, he might have killed the guy.
Yeah.
He might have killed him. That's a fact. So, and I'm sure that ref, he refed again right after that. He refed the UFC. I see the little guy back there. Hey, what are you doing back there?
Hey, you selling PJs?
Hey, man, it's Sunday.
Oh, man.
It's up high.
Sunday.
It's up high.
Oh, you got a haircut too. I like that.
Oh no!
So we got a few minutes
left.
Hey,
I got one last question. This last question.
Shoot.
What do you guys think about Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury potential matchup? Eddie Hearn is trying to get that one together. What do you guys think? I think a big blockbuster. What do you guys think?
I think it's going to come down to experience, man. Just the boxing experience.
No, as far as attention. People want to watch it.
People will watch it. Two Titans going at it. Come on.
What about MMA gloves?
I think it's great, man. I think it's great for it's interesting, right? Tyson Fury, amazing boxer with offense, defense, like everything that he knows. And Francis with his punching power.
Yeah.
Like all that it makes it interesting. It does, big time.
Yeah, very interesting. And Tyson Fury is one of the greatest boxers of all time. Yeah. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting if they do MMA gloves. If they do boxing, I think Ngannou's going to get smashed. I don't think it's going to be too much. So, the little MMA gloves could change. It could change just a little bit.
Devil's advocate.
A little bit.
Devil's advocate. Ngannou gets it done. Then what? Do you just give him you give him whatever he asks for?
Yeah, there's a lot of power.
Yeah. I'm not favoring him on either one. By the way,
I'm just saying.
I'm not favoring him in MMA gloves, but if he gets it done, the world's his oyster, bro. He's earned, and he's going to make the biggest payday in his life.
Yep. The world is his at that
huge
point.
Monster payday.
Yeah, big payday, and then just again, he gets to make some big moves, big monster moves. But with all that, it's interesting, man. Like with heavyweights, it always is, and then somebody like Francis who has that punching power, like it's always somebody like that is always in the fight. You never count them out.
Yeah.
No, you can't. No, Francis is legit champion, legit power, legit speed, legit heart. He just doesn't have the boxing skills, and he doesn't. It's flat out, he doesn't. Tyson Fury is a great boxer. So that's what you bet. But Francis Ngannou's got great power. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Okay.
I think we're good for the week.
Good. Okay. Now, Cain, your job is to watch the next UFC, okay?
Well, you got to
I'll be
watch
asleep.
Next one is Sergi and Curtis Blades. Next fight night.
Curtis Blades?
And Sergi.
Next fight night, it's free?
Yeah, it's free.
And Cain, you train with Sergey. You train with Sergey. You used to train with him all the time. Remember, he trained with us.
Yeah, Sergey.
I do remember him. Very, very, very talented. I thought even when he came up, I felt like a lot of people, there's not a lot of people who give me some trouble, and he did. And I was like, well, this guy's good. Like, he was slick in his boxing. His takedown defense was good. So I thought even a long time ago that when he came up to AKA, he was very, very talented already.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
That was what, 2015 or 16? He's much better since now.
Has it been that long?
Yes.
Yeah, bro. He was 2015 or 16 when he came to train with us for a couple
was there
camps.
a while ago, Yes.
Yeah.
And he was very good. So all right, we good. Yeah. I'll be watching it. Hey, Hav, dude, why don't you I think you need to dress the way you dressed there in San Jose. You need to bring some of that style back. Back to West Coast, man.
Okay. No problem.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I've been serious. That sweater you have on, amazing. Bring that. Wear that next time you come out.
It's Gucci.
Okay, I wear it all the time. I wear it to practice.
Not all the time. Just bring it, put it in your repertoire. Put it in your.
Okay. I can't come the way you are right now with Oak Grove and the whole bit.
This is how. Well, you know me, man. I get coaching. I get down dirty. I'm in the mix. I get in the mix. I'm still in between practicing.
Still in between. Yeah. I'm coaching and business. So all right, guys.
All right, man.
Is it over, Brian? We done?
Yes.
All right, guys.
Have a good one, gentlemen.
All right.
Have a
See
good
you guys.
weekend.
Bye.
All right, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.